Elementary School Stories, Part 4. In 4th grade, some girl turned to her right and threw up right next to her desk. It got on everyone's clothes and got inside my Crocs. So everyone's clothes had to be thrown out. In 4th and 5th grade, because this was a continuous thing, some deranged lady would come to the school trying to pick up her daughter, which she did not have custody of. So we would have lockdowns every single time. Speaking of lockdowns, in 5th grade, we had a 2-hour lockdown because a cop thought a flip phone was a gun. In 5th grade, I refused to use the school bathrooms, so one time I had to go to the bathroom very badly, and I had aftercare for 3 hours after school, so when I got picked up, I had to go to the police station to use their bathroom. In 5th grade, we were dissecting starfish, and I decided to make them into meatballs and throw them at my friends. Elementary School Stories, Part 11. In 3rd grade, some girl brought in a puberty book with a book cover over it because she thought it was controversial and proceeded to show everyone the genital illustrations in it. In 5th grade, we were dissecting squid eyes and someone threw it on the ground as if it were a bouncy ball and expected it to bounce back. In 5th grade, we had a class ceramic mosaic put into our courtyard that was dedicated to my 5th grade graduating class, and everyone made a 2-inch by 2-inch mosaic tile to be placed on it. Well, when it was all finished, I noticed that mine wasn't there, so when I asked my art teacher why it wasn't there, she just said, "Oops." In 1st grade, some girl tried to pass off a TI-84 graphing calculator as a phone. In 2nd grade, if my teacher saw that you had Cheetos, she would take the bag and eat all of them. In 4th grade, I was banned for 2 weeks from playing any of the computer games that the kids in my computer class were allowed to play, because when the teacher was introducing to us the Oregon Trail, I told one of my friends that the Oregon Trail was a stupid game.
I go to public school, I go to public school, I go to public school. Is your school also infested with roaches? I go to public school, I go to public school, I go to public school. When I was a freshman, someone wrote on the bathroom walls that they were going to shoot up the school on 420. That didn't end up happening, but my mom still made me go to school that day, and I was the only kid in my math class. I go to public school, I go to public school, I go to public school. Last year during homecoming, I hit the folks so hard that my dress broke and the principal had to staple it back together. I go to public school, I go to public school, I go to public school. When I was a sophomore taking AP Psych, a senior in my class leaked his sex tape and put it on the school's website. I go to public school, I go to public school, I go to public school. Last year, some kid started playing his electric guitar without warning in the cafeteria, and nobody stopped him because they felt bad. He was bald. I go to public school, I go to public school, I go to public school.
Oh? I was told there's a note here for me.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my God. And I was told you have a note for me. Thank you. Miss Cabral, I heard you have a note for me.
Oh?
Oh God.
Okay. Andrew Madera.
Again? I heard you have another message for me.
They were in the comments. They were to see Mr. Latessa.
Brian! Where do I have to go?
Did you already go to the cafeteria?
No. Like for part 2.
A question I was asked recently is, can a public school require you to verify your TikTok username? The answer is no. This is a violation of the First, Fourth, and potentially a Fifth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. If this happens to you, contact a lawyer or the ACLU.
If you're really depressed and don't want to be alive and you hate the way you look and you have crippling anxiety and you're ready to jump off a cliff but you can't die because your friends and family would be really sad and you're failing all of your classes and you just hate the way you look, clap your hands.
Put a finger down, public school edition. Put a finger down if you ever told your parents you was at an extracurricular activity, but really you was just like doing some dumb shit with your friends. Put a finger down if you ever fell asleep through a whole class and ain't nobody wake you up in that bitch. Put a finger down if you ever cheated on a test and you know you did good on that hoe, but the teacher gave you a bad grade anyways. Put a finger down if you ever got in a fight in school and got suspended longer than the other person did, even though they started it. Put a finger down if your teacher ever gave you the laptops and instead of doing your work, you was either playing 2048 or Slither. Put a finger down if you ever made beats on a table with a pen or a pencil. Put a finger down if you be on TikTok in school. Put a finger down if there's Always that one kid in class when there was a sub that was always moaning in the back of the class on some real pause shit. Put a finger down if you ever had to eat that fake ass hamburger helper and they had like a breadstick with it.